Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And we are
Highginx.
And we've got a really interesting and kind of very moral gin for you today.
Moral, yes.
Moral?
Yes. So this is Cantium Gin from Kent. We've got a lovely little sample here. And Cantium, I believe, was the Roman word for Kent, which
The
is
county
nice,
of
called
Kent,
Cantium.
yep.
And you know, this is quite topical for me because I've just been working for Kentish Opera, although I was an understudy and nobody fell down the stairs, so I didn't get to go on.
You didn't manage the novels.
Even though I poisoned
yeah,
them,
exactly.
just didn't work. They stayed healthy. They went on.
Or they just went on anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't going to let me have my chance to shine. So, so the gin bottle is a stainless steel flask, which is reusable. So I don't know about you guys, but I've
Can
actually
you just say
got
flask again.
Flask.
Okay, you suddenly went flask. You suddenly turned into me. Glass.
Oh God!
Like
Please don't let that happen.
You literally turned into me. It's really funny.
From the Garden of England. But I don't know about you guys, but I've got a stainless steel flask and I absolutely love it because it means I can take coffee with me everywhere I go. And I'm a person that if I don't have my coffee, you probably don't want to be around me.
No.
So you can reuse the bottle for your coffee, or I believe if you return your bottle to Cantium Gin, you get a discount on your next bottle. So it's all about sustainability, hashtag the environment, all that sort of good stuff. So we're already feeling good about this gin.
We are.
Before we've even tried
It's
it.
also a very pretty bottle.
It is pretty.
Quite
I love this little...
quite scratchable, but very pretty. I
Yeah.
feel like Starbucks could learn a lesson or two from this. Or Pret,
It's very clean,
there's a lot of companies who are
minimalist.
doing these bottles at the moment and charging the earth for it. Like
Yeah.
I saw Pret are doing that and charging 15 quid for a bottle,
Ugh.
and which is fine. But I think that's a clean lines. It looks really good, and it needn't cost that much money. It's a beautiful thing.
It
Sorry,
is
carry on.
gorgeous. So, shall we have a little taste test of
Yeah,
this?
shall we get some Essex shot glasses?
So, shall we
out?
talk about the botanicals we're expecting to taste?
So yeah, obviously you've spoken to Kevin quite extensively about it,
Yeah.
it's a really nice for a Garden of England gin. There's some really nice floral notes in there. You've got lavender, and then you've got things like apple and blackberry. So it's got that really English garden sort of feel about it. But then it's got some nutty things, cob nuts, which are sort of hazelnutty, but a bit meatier, I think. Roasted chestnuts, so it's basically Christmas.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, it's good. Well done.
Right,
One day.
Maybe one day somebody might,
Fall down the
pay
stairs.
me to sing.
One day they might fall down the stairs. It's brilliant. Are we on? We on?
So,
Okay. Nut on the nose.
absolutely nut, and I get a bit of the lavender, I think.
Nut.
I get nut and sort of the sharpness of the lavender.
What I don't get is raw alcohol, so that's very encouraging.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I like that.
That's a good drop, isn't it?
That is very, very nice because the lavender's there, but in a really truthful, organic way.
Oh, truthful, I like that. It's,
it's-
honest lavender.
Exactly. And it's
Lavender with a
really
conscience.
balanced. Obviously, like the fruit flavors must be in there because they give sort of a sweetness in the background, but they're not. I always get nervous when I see fruit flavors as botanicals because I think it's going to be overly sweet, and I'm not a fan of really sweet gins. So this is
Talk
really,
about
really lovely.
lavender more for a second, because I love lavender. It's one of my favourite things.
Yeah, I believe we drank a whole bottle of Mason's lavender at Glyndebourne last year.
Oh yeah, we were a mess after that. It's one of my favourite things. But what we don't get here, which you get with some lavender gins, they go quite chalky.
Yeah.
Because of the way that the husk sort of dissipates, and the oil. Yeah, exactly, the husk.
I'm a husk.
The husk, and you are dried up. When you get the dried up old husk in the thing, it goes a bit cloudy. That's how the oil sort of manifests. Whereas this is clear and clean and has that silky sort of mouthfeel, rather than when it goes chalky, you get a dried out mouthfeel. So it's important to note that this is a good gin to drink neat.
Yeah, it's lovely. And you know what?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting more of the fruit flavour on the aftertaste, but again, I'm getting sort of the sharpness and the tartness rather than the sweetness, which I really like.
It's a gin that you get a bit more out of the more you drink it.
Yeah.
So first thing I got was nut. And then your palate goes, okay, so I've got nut now, what else is there? Lavender. And then I tried the third sip and I was like, oh, I do actually get the sort of berry and sort of depthy fruit flavours to it.
Yeah.
It's a gin that sort of lets you know that there are lots of things in it bit by bit, rather than kind of presenting you with a smorgasbord of.
Yeah,
that's
and
quite cool.
I think it's really well balanced. It's a real garden. Again, it's like something like Cotswolds gin, for example, where you have a sip and you think I'm in an English.
Whereas
garden.
Cotswolds, like, you know, I would cite that as an example of a gin that I find goes cloudy.
Yes.
Which in itself isn't a bad thing, but if you mix it the wrong way, add the wrong botanicals, the wrong tonic to it,
Yeah.
that's one that I find can go chalky.
Yeah. It's
The
not gone
perfect
chalky
serve is-
for me.
The perfect serve is great, but I've definitely found it go chalky in the past with the wrong thing. But the botanicals in it are so lovely, it's worth persisting with.
Yeah.
Whereas they've nailed a good balance, I think. It's not, like you say,
it really
it's not overly
tastes like
lavender.
you go outside on a summer day to have your lunch in
Yeah.
the garden, and just the smells of, you know, I mean, if you live in Kent and have a nice garden, which we do not, but
No, I quite like Kent though.
yeah, I like Kent.
I live in Essex, so that's quite close.
Yeah,
Sort of
and I'm
Essex
sure
is
they
that way,
get
Kent's
those
that way.
warm summer afternoons in the garden where you get the smell of the flowers and the fruit and that sort of thing, and this you feel. Yeah, you feel warm and happy and relaxed.
Kent's
drinking it.
well represented when it comes to gin as well. Been to a couple of different gin distilleries in Kent, and there's definitely a market for it there. I don't know what it is, but maybe there's a lot of alcoholics in the Kent
Maybe.
area. Maybe. Should we get some tonic water? I'm just going to dive down here and get a thing of tonic water.
Oh yes. You've seen my baby feeders. So we had a couple of suggestions of garnishes from Kevin at Cantium Gin. Should we try them
Let's do
one
both.
at a time, or just, let's try them one at a time, I reckon.
Yeah.
So one was.
Oh, I was going to say yeah. Let's not put them both in the same glass.
No, because
Yeah.
let's do them in a tiny little shot glass first,
Yeah.
and then when we decide, then
I
we
just
can
did
make.
some uncultured rippage.
Oh, you love some uncultured rippage. I'm just going to put a couple of these little pomegranate seeds.
Freshly smashed by Claire's
Maybe
fine
a good
hands.
idea. I have to be careful because we only have a little bit of this, so I have to use it sparingly. 'Cause
Premium
we do want
product.
to try. We want to try it a couple of ways. So let's just do that.
That's what she said. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so let's just try a bit with the pomegranate and then a bit with the tonic, and then we'll do the same with the lime. As like I'm just telling you how our gin videos always work.
Yeah. So just in case I haven't watched you do it. I'm struggling actually, because I've just put the second botanical all over my fingers, so I'm going to struggle not to taste it.
I feel like I need to sort of smash the pomegranate to get the flavour.
Go on then.
Shall I use the wrong end of this?
You do some uncultured smash.
Oh look how much colour that's put into it.
Yes, yeah. I should add at this point, massive disclaimer,
Yeah.
I hate pomegranate. Like, I hate it. Really, really hate pomegranate.
So I like pomegranate, but I'm gonna say if you're a person who likes your gin and tonics sweet, pomegranate is the garnish for you. I have a feeling I'm gonna prefer the lime because I like, as I was just saying, I like things a bit
We're
more
just giving
tart.
away the second choice.
Oh come on, they're just about to find out anyway.
But yeah, what I was going to say is I hate pomegranate, and I'm not offended by it.
Yeah, this is nice. If I was in the mood for, you know, something in the afternoon to go with, you know, if I was having a fruit salad after lunch or something like that.
The thinking person's Pimm's. That's what this boils down to.
Actually, yeah, it's really nice. I'm liking it the more I'm drinking it. Right.
Right.
Quick, because we've got a giant burger in the oven that we need to take out in a minute. So
That's not even a euphemism. Should we use separate glasses, or should we use?
yeah, let's use your fresh glass.
Hang.
Honestly, I love these little Poundland plastic shot
Oh,
glasses.
hello. Missed.
I wash them and reuse them as well. We don't throw them away.
They are actually
Hashtag the
sustainable.
environment.
They are sustainable. Cantium, you should be proud.
Right. Little driblet for me and a little driblet for you.
A driblet, that is I think that's actually a metric term, especially in the oldie Kent. One driblet, probably 2.7 millilitres. Oh yeah, see that's my area.
Yeah.
Really, the kind of zesty, citrusy, like, oh yeah, get in my belly.
Works. Yeah, because lime.
I feel like it's become unfashionable to drink gin with lime because everybody's like, oh, I want to try it with all these different flavours and different garnishes. And, you know, drinking it with lime sort of harks back to days of drinking your nan's gin which was probably a widely available brand that we won't talk about. But it's become quite unfashionable to sort of do that. But some gins really lend themselves really well to it, which is why people thought of it in the first place.
Yeah.
And maybe lime and something else would be not lime. I don't want lime and pomegranate ever in the same glass.
I'm just going to try it because it's here, and why not? YOLO. But I feel like, yeah,
YOLO.
you're right. Maybe I would like us to experiment in the future with maybe a herb or a savoury sort of botanical with this one.
I'm wondering about something like mint to pick out the blackberry and the apple.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Hey, I don't hate that, by the way. Just for our
Have a go, just
audience.
So Claire's got a cold, so I'm going to get it. Yeah.
You can finish it. It's alright, I'm in the last stages of it.
I'm just
Again, this tastes to me like, you know, a garden party in the afternoon, having it with the pomegranate, and it makes it go slightly pink. But I don't hate it. It wouldn't be my first choice as a botanical, but I would say for normal people, you'd probably quite like it, because a lot of people like something. And it's sort of, it's like, if somebody said, oh, I want, you know, I like pink gin, I might give them, you know, this with pomegranate in it, and be like, well, what
And
do you
actually,
think of
something you
this?
could do to improve it, if you think about the kind of floral and fruity notes in it, if you were to put pomegranate and perhaps a rose petal in there, that might appeal to people with a slightly sweeter tooth.
Yeah.
I think that would work really, really well. And similarly, lime, if you wanted to kind of make it go, like pop a bit, maybe some black pepper.
Yeah.
Rose and black pepper go
Dash
quite well
of tucker.
together. Do you know what I mean? Dash of tucker. So anything along those sort of like that sort of palettes perhaps would be
Yeah,
really
so
good.
I feel like this episode is TBC, because at some point we'll get like a giant bottle of this, and we'll just we'll have a day where we won't film it, won't bore you guys with it, but we'll just like mix it with a bunch of different things, and we'll come up with the best one.
I don't know, maybe we should film it. We'll go live. And if you want to dip in and out,
yeah.
dip in and out. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be drinking all day.
But for now, we need to head off to eat our giant burger. So.
Oh my god! Can we give a big shout out to M&S?
M&S.
So
Do you want to hold the box up quickly?
The daddy of all burgers. I found this yesterday, and I'm so excited. Like, we're splitting it between two of us. It says on it, a serving suggestion is a quarter. That is.
Filth.
That's how big the burger is. Like.
Yeah. So that's going to line our stomachs before we start off on
It's
the
got
next
pulled pork and
episode.
cheese in the middle of it. Yeah, it's probably about 1 million calories a mouthful.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers, everybody.
You're 1 million calories a mouthful.
I am.
Cheers.